Hi, good morning again. I just want to, got a cattail in the picture. I just wanted to come on here and talk a little bit about the math bundles, the ultimate bundles today. So I'm going to start, with the fourth grade one, and I am a contributor to this. So you get 125 plus resources for math, 450 plus activities, notes, games, and more, high quality resources from top teacher authors, and you get a 90% savings on resources that you love. Now she's knocking the computer, trying to close the computer. So you get year round content, more engaging resources for your students, way more for your money, and less valuable time spent searching throughout the year. So I'm going to start with some of mine. So right here, we have this addition and subtraction. These are task cards, and they are word problems, which I know students always need a lot of practice with word problems. And they're printable, of course, but they do have digital included where you can assign a Google form and it's self-grading, which is really awesome, in my opinion. I also have this division scavenger hunt, and same thing. Scavenger hunts are so fun because you can send your students out into the classroom to work, and it's very active because the answer to A might be at G, and the answer to G might be at D or whatever. And so they have to kind of like run around the room or the hallway or however they want to do it. And they absolutely love it. There is also a digital version. So if you wanted to give it for homework, or if you needed a spur of the moment digital activity, you could give that. So she's not going to go away. So you're just going to keep seeing this tail. This is a measurement elapsed time resource, and it's a this or that. And so what they do is they make a choice first to get a question. And so it might say pizza or tacos, and they choose which one they like. And then they get a question for that. Not necessarily about pizza or tacos. It's just their choice, and it has to do with measurement, elapsed time. And they can answer 12 questions, and then if they need or want more practice, they can choose the other one. So if they chose pizza the first time, they can choose tacos the second time. And yeah, so on and on like that. Let's see, what else? Again, we have these reviews, which are, rave reviews always. And a quick reminder that the resources are different every year. So you're not going to have repeated resources from bundles that you've purchased in the past. And don't worry, the portraits of children in the background are my children, and they are 28 and 26 now. So they can give consent for me to have them on the internet. And they don't care. So anyway, let's see, what else? We have, let me look, what else do I have in this one? This is an all-time favorite. Fractions compare and order. This one is a huge seller in my store. I was actually kind of reluctant to put it in here because it's such a good seller. It includes anchor charts, worksheets, Google Slides, and cards that you print out that have a fraction and also a visual representation of that fraction. And so kids can order, they can compare. You can also weave in addition and subtraction. There are cards that have and multiplication, division, whatever you want to do with these. So you could use them with older children as well. And they also have game ideas. There are cards that have game ideas on them. And everything is in black and white as well as in color. So, well, the worksheets are not in color, they're just printed on color paper. Huge, wonderful resource, if I do say so myself. I use it all the time in my own classroom. All right, let's see what else. Oh, here is, and I talked about the division scavenger hunt. This is the multiplication one. So kids love scavenger hunts, as I said, and they, it's almost like hide and seek where they're, one kid will be across the room and say, "Oh, I found the answer to D over here." They help each other out, which is fine. So this one is also mine. This is factors and multiples, and it has printable worksheets. And the printable worksheets have Venn diagrams, and students will find common multiples, common factors for 2 or 3 different numbers and complete the Venn diagrams. And it also has word problems, which again are huge. We are always trying to get our students to do that deeper thinking, and so this resource is perfect for this. This is the fall one. I also have winter and spring in my store, but this one you get for free. And I mean, not for free, but for like 29 cents or something. So this one, what else does it have in it? They have to do factor rainbows. I know that my students always struggle with factors and multiples. They, first of all, they get them mixed up, and then for the factors, they invariably miss one. They always will say, "Oh, I forgot about 6," or whatever number. All right. Let's see, what else have we got here? Oh, this one is mine as well, area measurement. This one, again, word problems for area, and these are area of rectangles and triangles and squares. And so it also has a joke here, and as the puzzle appears, the punchline to the joke appears. So that's kind of fun. It's spring themed. All right, let's see. I think that's it for me for 4th grade. And I'll go on to 5th grade. So my 5th grade resources have one of my favorites that I keep saying things are my favorite, but I have a lot of favorites. Oh, here we go. All right, so here's the 5th grade. All right, so my 5th grade resources in this one include let's see. Here we go. This is back to school file folder games. They're not all back to school though, actually. There's one that's kind of more summery themed, and there's one that's really back to school, and then one that is Halloween. And so they're really fall. So they're multi-digit multiplication and division. Just so you know, there's no answer key because they're dynamic. So what I mean by that is that because kids are drawing cards and rolling dice, the numbers they get are going to be different every time. And so you can't really make an answer key for that. But you can have them, check each other's work. You can have them come to you and ask, for clarification if they're not sure if their answer's right. All right, let's see, what else? Oh, here we go. Equivalent fractions. So are these equivalent or not? And it's a picture jumble. So this cute dog starts out all jumbled up, and then it scrambles in many, many different ways until the dog is revealed. So it's self-correcting. If they get questions wrong, the dog is still going to be scrambled. So they need to get all the answers right for the dog to look like that. Fraction Town. This is so fun. This is a mini project. I don't call it a PBL because it doesn't take a long time. It's really like one class period. But what they do is they design a town, and it's based on you can either do fraction multiplication or you can do basic division, so it's differentiated. So if you have kids who really struggle with fraction multiplication, they can do just the basic division. So the pages are in there for that. And it will have a problem and tell you how long the different streets are, how big the different stores, houses, school, hospital, all of it. and kids have to solve the problems in order to design their fraction town. All right, let's see what else. Oh, and then measurement market, same idea. This one's a little bit more detailed. They can design different booths to go in their market, and come up with alliterative titles for their booths and things like that. And so the bigger blocks have to do with the area that you would be walking around in a farmer's market. And so these are it's different than Fraction Town. So it has triangles, squares, and rectangles, and they have to find the area. But then they also say you have a smoothie booth or a juice booth. They are working with converting liquid units, liquid capacity, and so on and so on. So it's pretty involved and really cool, I think. I think it's fun. This one is mine, another scavenger hunt. This one's angles and triangles, and it's measuring angles and triangles. So very much a fifth grade thing, possibly even sixth grade. I'm not sure, but fifth grade where I am. And so again, they are looking at angles, and it will have, so for a triangle, it'll have two of the measurements. They have to figure out what the third one is. And or it might be a right triangle that doesn't have the measurement, but they should know that it's 90 degrees. And so they have to figure out, it'll have one of the angles labeled, and then they have to figure out what the third one is. Then for the triangles, kind of similar, but it will have a protractor showing. And so they have to look at the protractor and determine what the angle is. I feel like this resource, this multiplication and division resource of mine, is kind of a piece de resistance, I think is how you say it in French. I don't speak French, but this is so comprehensive. I can't even emphasize that enough. It has puzzles. It has messages for kids to decode with their correct answers. It has scaffolding, so it has area models for multiplication, and also scaffolding for division, and it works them up to the standard algorithm on both. And so if you're looking for something that's highly differentiated, this is it. This is definitely something that you should grab. All right, let's see. And as I'm going through these, you can see how comprehensive this is. It's incredible what's included. This is mine. This is an order of operations, color by code. This is also differentiated because it has with exponents and without. So it also has parentheses, but we don't do exponents in fifth grade math. But if you teach fifth grade math in a different state than I do, and you do exponents, then there are options in there. It's the same picture to color, which is good because then students don't necessarily know, oh, I got the low one. They might not even notice. Who knows? But they would all be working on order of operations, but some would have parentheses. Some would have exponents and some would not. So I always say to my kids, if you want the one with the exponents, I'll give it to you. And they usually do. All right, let's see. What else? I think that's it for me. And, whoops, missed this one almost. So this is a volume scavenger hunt. And so this is volume of rectangular prisms, so not liquid volume. So again, scavenger hunts are so fun and great, and I highly recommend them for any unit, and I use them all the time. And often we'll put them in the hallway, and because they're mine, I share them with other teachers. But yeah, so there's that. Now, talking about mixing and matching, again, because I teach fourth grade and I teach advanced learners, I teach fifth grade math. And so we have a lot, almost all fifth grade math, but I do teach some fourth grade math too. So I would want a bundle that was fourth and fifth, not third and fourth. So I don't teach any third grade math. So we have the one that's already bundled for you is three. The ones that are bundled for you are 3-4. Here's the 3-4 and 5-6. Where's the 5-6? There it is. The 5-6. And so these are absolutely incredible because $900 worth of products for $65. Are you kidding me? It's amazing. And this one, $985 worth of products for $65. What? Amazing. So awesome. So I do want to maybe highlight a couple of the third grade resources so you can see what's in here. Oops, that's Ela. My bad. Wait, no, it's not. That's weird. Okay. Sorry about that. All right. So we have expanded form puzzles, more equivalent fractions, multiplication practice, classifying polygons, subtraction within 1,000, more area, multi-digit addition and subtraction, elapsed time, third grade end of the year. So lots and lots of great resources for third grade. And then I want to visit the sixth grade real quick because that is also another option to get a 5-6 combo. So here's fifth and sixth. And oops. My cat went away, you may have noticed. She got bored, I guess. All right, so let's go down here. All right, here we go. All right, tons of different things for finding the least common denominator, writing expressions, sixth grade, order of operations bingo, dividing decimals, least common multiple, solving one-step inequalities. Here's a sixth grade math game for ratios and tables and graphs, ratios in tables and graphs. Here's a snakes and ladders game, squares and roots bingo, ratios and proportions. And you can see it goes on and on with some really, really great resources for fifth and sixth grade. Here's a sixth grade math review. Let's see, dividing fractions. I know that's not something I teach in fifth grade math, and so that could be sixth grade. And yeah, so it keeps going. So again, these are unbelievable resources, and that's why they're only offered once a year because we would go broke. So make sure that you grab one today or tomorrow because the sale ends tomorrow. So it's really important to grab one today. All right. So take care and I'll see you soon.